So Hellblade's The Newest Sacrifice came out, what, last year? A while ago? Yeah, like probably under a year ago. They came out with a VR version, and we wanted to check it out, because as far as I know, this game was like kind of legendary for having one of the most immaculately created characters of all time. It's like a very story-based game, if you guys haven't heard of it. It's like you're like in this girl's mind as she kind of goes through things. It's like about like what's going on in her head as she goes through this like weird odyssey. I haven't played it all, so I'm just kind of going through the synopsis as I understand it. But they got it in VR, so we want to see what this looks like. On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncanny valley is she?
Pretty uncanny valley.
She's pretty uncanny valley. Is she getting out of it yet, or is she still deep?
Oh, she's deep in it.
There'll be no more story. I never told you of the other.
Dude, they're really like advertising this whole mental health thing.
Mental health advisor.
Do you guys know that she's crazy?
I think she's crazy.
There's a lot of dead bodies here.
Yeah, you got some, you're into the dead credits right now, man.
Dude, they're all about that stereo, like with whispering on both ears.
Yeah, you're immersed out of your mind right now. Oh wait,
Yeah, but
is she crazy, or are you crazy?
Ooh. I want to see some things. I want to get spooked.
Dude, you gotta get into it
Like,
first.
they're promising me spooks. Like literally, like they told me that she's paddling into hell. So I guess she's got voices in her head, because like.
It's like they built this river to hell as if they thought it was gonna be really congested with a lot of logs and a lot of people, but slow day, so you're the only one today. It's like bad weather, so kind of like it's like going to Six Flags on a rainy day and there's just nobody there, but then they open up the roller coasters and you're just like, we can ride them all. You're like, well, I'm going to hell, but at least the queues are gonna be short.
These guys really are milking this opening. Some deep proverbs happening, whispering. Guess what, guys? I've actually been hitting A for the paddle every time. Whoa, the scale changed.
Oh, you just went into movie mode.
I was like, she got really big all of a sudden.
VR fills up so much of your field of view that when stuff moves differently, it throws off your inner ear, right? So one solution for that is just like, if you're gonna move the camera a lot, just crop it in. Same way people get like nauseous in the front row at IMAX theaters sometimes, you know, like they sit too close to the screen, it's 3D and stuff, and it's too much motion for some people. VR's the same thing. Dude, she sees you for sure.
There's no going back.
She's just like reacting to the voices that are being whispered in her head.
That's just a 2,000-pound waterlogged log. Just give it a little tap with my toe and off it goes. So she's really strong. She's a superhero.
Maybe you two have a part to play in this story.
Boom, field of view again. That's awesome.
Oh, whoa, they
Dude.
just changed the scale again. Like they changed the convergence or whatever, so like the scale totally changes.
Whoa,
And now I'm back to like regular size. Okay.
that's cool.
She needs to use her eyes.
I need to use my eyes.
Yeah,
I'm
first-
looking at it.
Yeah, give that thing a good old look.
There it is.
It just takes a while to activate.
Gotta hold it down. Oh, it's just a book. It's a book tape. All right, I am ready for something to happen. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the run button, yes. Oh wait, whoa. Movie time.
Dang, look at that horse thing. Dude, this is just like ASMR schizophrenia going on in my ears right now. I wish to play a game.
Oh, there's not a lot of interactivity in this one.
I'll tell you guys, if you want to make movies, but you don't want to go to Hollywood and deal with it, you always get into game development and force people to watch your movie in the form of a video game.
Probably more people bought it though than they would have bought tickets to go see it in the theater.
Yeah, probably
So
right.
it's not a bad angle to go.
It's so abstract with what they're doing that like, I'm not hooked yet.
Yeah, the clock is ticking for them to hit you. It's like an inciting incident, something to like grab you.
Yeah.
And it's.
Like it's definitely moody, but like.
Well, did you compare this to like Shadow of the Colossus, right? Where it's like you had a slow opening where the horse and the kid goes down there, and he lays the girl on the table, and right there, right, you see the girl and they set up. You're like, I'm here to resurrect this girl, and right away you're like, all right, I want to see this through. I want to kill these 13 Colossuses and resurrect this girl and see what happens. They didn't give you that.
Yeah.
There's no like, why am I here yet, right?
They're just like, what, she can hear us.
I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy. Oh, you get another rune, or that's a little thinky talky one.
Or he's just gonna start telling me like random gibberish without any sort of character motivation or inciting incident.
Think of that in like a movie context. Imagine if a movie had scenes that they deemed so uninteresting that they made them completely optional, right? Where it's like the whole audience is like, skip. It's like, do you want? It's like, hey, everybody in the theater, do you guys want to listen to this guy ramble about this stuff? And we're like, no. It's like, okay, cool. It's not necessary. It's totally skippable. Go right ahead. It's like, cut it out then.
Brandon, do you want to try?
Sure. I want to look at it. I want to see it. This is a different type of video for us. We knew that this wasn't like going to be the highest action game, but I'm like, so it's like, let's just play it and kind of talk about like observations. Let us know if you guys like what you're seeing here, because it's like we're some dudes that have been playing video games for a long time and making games and making videos and movies.
Yeah.
So it's like we like to consume content where we try to learn about and think about it. I'm in the ground.
Oh, you're in a cinematic.
Yeah, I'm like under her. What happened?
You're supposed to be, I think. That's the angle they picked.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like in the ground.
Just hit the back button on the controller. Not the start button, the back button. I guess you're supposed to be down there.
I don't think they want me to. I'm like under the floor.
Maybe here, look forwards again.
Okay.
Okay, you should be.
Oh, jeez, there she is. Hi. Oh my gosh, dude, she looks so much bigger in real life than on the computer screen.
Oh, you get to do some fighting finally.
Oh, hey. Oh, what's the button that does the fighting?
X maybe?
That's the block button. Give him a kick. Okay, triangle fights, that's new for me. Oh! Take that. I wonder if I have a finishing move. Oh, look at those slidey, slippy feet on the character controller there. Oh, what are we doing here, boys?
Cool art style and cool character design.
Clean yourself up. Oh, dude, that's really fun. I bet you didn't think I'd open up with a block, did you? Oh, shit. He's still alive. What are these guys?
Don't get killed. They're manifestations and stuff, I'm guessing.
No, I can't hit him anymore.
I think it's supposed to just fight until you lose.
Yeah, maybe it's always tough in games, like those moments, like identifying the moment, like, oh, you're supposed to die here.
Yeah,
It's
the
like they need
illusion
to
of choice.
Screen online where it's like, hey, psst, die, you die.
Nap time.
I'm sorry, do you have I tried to fight, but it was one of those you have to die situations.
Ever since Mega Man started it.
Dude, I wonder if I can get, oh no, it's like, go away. Oh no, that's going the movie mode, okay.
The vision.
You're right, it does whisper right in your ears, doesn't it?
Yeah. The problem is I tend to be too cynical when I play video games. 'Cause I get really critical. Goofy games I enjoy for what they are, but games like these that are like very, very highbrow, very dramatic, very cinematic. Like, because I do cinema, like I get very critical of them stepping into the world of cinema. And like it's cool for games to do that, but like it's just there's the cinema world has 100 years of history, of storytelling history and craft that I feel like a lot of people skip when they start doing cinematic writing in their video games.
Yeah.
The dark rot will grow each time you fail.
Each time I die.
Reaches her head, the quest is over.
All progress will be lost. I'm surprised you never played Last of Us. Last of Us is.
I started to, but to be honest, like the gameplay itself, I just didn't find that engrossing at first.
Really? I feel like Last of Us is still the best example of storytelling in the game I've played.
Yeah. Honestly, when you're playing a game, when you're writing a story for a game, the player's experience has to be the emotion of the story. Like, you don't connect to a character in a video game the same way you connect to a character in a movie. When you watch a movie, you empathize with the character, but you don't empathize with your main character in a video game because you are in control. You are the main character. Even if you're watching a character on screen and like, even if you're playing as Solid Snake, like you're not really empathizing with Solid Snake, you're empathizing with yourself. Well, you don't empathize with yourself, you are yourself. And like, that's a big challenge about writing for video games. And like, some video games get it right. Like the opening of Last of Us gets that right because it plays with it plays with your expectations of storytelling and makes you the centerpiece of the story.
You're gonna die so many times. The creep is gonna come all of the rod. The black rod is gonna come up your brain. The black rod. She's gonna die. The black rod. There. Now I'm part of the problem. I'm not the solution. I'm part of the problem.
You something like Metal Gear Solid 3 when you walk the river of the dead and everyone that you have killed is there and you have to look them all of them in the face one more time. Yeah, you're playing a Solid Snake, but you yourself are the main character of that moment, and you are questioning all those kills that you have done.
I remember as soon as you realize what's going on, you're like, oh, there's gonna be a big group of guys that slip throats going up here. You're like, oh, here they are. We're like, we're gonna be here for a while. Like, I broke everybody's neck.
BioShock's another great example with the whole would you kindly thing, like doing the whole meta, like you're just following commands when you play a video game. So what if your main character is literally programmed to do so, and little did you know that you are that brainwashed character literally through the actions you are taking playing a game. That's a great video game storytelling, and it's a totally different type of storytelling than movies. So what do you think about the VR experience, Brandon? Would you play it with your headset on, or you play it on the couch?
I'm really liking it with the headset on, actually. I'm much more, so I played about this far into the non-VR version, and there's a reason why I never came back. I didn't really get hooked for the same reason that I didn't get hooked this time. I think I'd like to play it on a Vive Pro, on one of the higher res headsets.
Ah, yeah, that'd be nice. What's happening?
I'm feeling I feel like I gotta pass some time. Oh, you want some of this, huh? When will that move stop working?
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Oh, don't wipe your nose now. Dude, these dudes are so cool looking. They are so big. You should do some. You should kill one of these guys.
All right.
It's here. Let me. So it's R1 blocks. Triangle attacks. I think B did something too, but I forgot what it does.
B for block. Ooh, these guys are big boys.
Right? Aren't they big in the game? Like, that's something that doesn't come through. So like the field of view that's being rendered out is huge, and like it feels like you're way closer in there in VR, and everything's like, it feels like you're really in it.
Oh, that's right. If I die, I get tainted.
Yeah, you just get a little
So I
more.
can't screw around too much.
You just get the sickness.
Take it down now.
The other thing, I think the thing that kind of turned me off when I was playing with Alex is that they clearly are padding time out, because you figure like economically they're like, we have to charge $30 for this game to make a profit or be able to break even, have any chance. And they're like, well, but we're gonna have to have enough hours so that people don't complain about the price point. So they stretch it out. And it's like the type of people that want to play a game like this are not the type of people that are, like, this is clearly not the game you buy if you want to get like every hour per dollar, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I hate playing my like stretched out, padded out experiences. You know what's looking cool? Cyberpunk 2077. I never actually talked about that. I got to see the 50-minute thing at E3.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was really interesting to see. So CD Projekt Red, I think, has very quickly become like the thought leader in terms of single player games. Like everybody's looking to their lead now after The Witcher 3. And so Cyberpunk 2077 was like all of their updated thoughts on how they should do it. And so it's very Witcher-like, but the world being this kind of like Matrix world, I think they're timing it perfectly with how like so many people like our age grew up with the Matrix and stuff like that. Like it's the perfect time for like Cyberpunk to come around again.
I'm starting to get a little motion sick.
You get a little motion sick, really?
Yeah, the stuttering frame rate and like the really dark shadows getting to me just a little bit.
Getting you a little bit?
Just getting to me a little bit.
This is about as far as I got last time with the non-VR version. I'd like to go further. We'll see what happens. It's interesting looking at it. Yeah, let us know what you guys think of a video like this, where we kind of just like pick something, play it, talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, not as much of a
we're not yelling, we're not giving you huge reactions.
Hoot and hollering video. It's more just like, oh, this is what we think about this, and this is our perspective on it. So, yeah, let us know.
A little bit of classy academic video gaming for all of you.
I'll hold these stairs. You guys hold those other stairs. Holy shit! No! God! It's so difficult in here. Brains.